So, welcome to my living room special. Okay. I figured if I'm going to invite y'all into my mind, I might as well do it from a place where I overthink a lot. So, that's here. That's at home. It's crazy. It's funny to say, but I overthink the most when I'm at home. But I appreciate y'all for being here. This is different for me. I never sat in front of a camera like this before. No stage, no spotlight. Maybe because I'm a little too fearful of what might happen. So no stage, no spotlight, no drink minimum. Just me, my couch, and whatever my brain decides to do. So, but you know what's funny though? People tell me all the time, Shaq, you funny. I just look at them because I don't believe it. I don't think I'm funny, but I appreciate it. But like I said, I don't think I'm funny. I think my life is funny, and I think the way I react to stuff is funny, and everybody around me reacts to how I reacted. So if I just react funny to something that was funny, then everybody else gonna think it's funny because of how I'm reacting. And somehow I'm always the last person to realize why everybody laughs. Most of the time I'm thinking they laughing with me. Laughing at me. So tonight, let's get into it. Ain't no jokes. And if your brain is anything like mine, you'll probably recognize yourself somewhere in these words, maybe in this whole video. I have no idea. But anyway, one thing I've learned about myself is that I am the most socially antisocial person I know. Like I love people from a distance. Like I used to make plans with my partners in high school all the time. I ain't go. Like I can make plans on Monday, be excited all week. Saturday get here. And my brain be like, bro, you sure you want to do that? Most times, I'm like, I don't. I didn't want to sit down. I didn't want to sit down. So I started negotiating with myself. Well, they probably ain't expecting you anyway. Most people don't. If I don't answer the phone or the group chat, they hopefully they think I'm asleep. That's what I used to say to myself. Most time it never worked out. Sometimes I still pull up. Sometimes I just change my mind, man. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. But you know, man, I mean, come on. I know some of y'all understand that. I know some of y'all. You ever get dressed, look in the mirror, and be like, nah, I ain't doing it. Nah, I ain't doing it. Tell me, because I don't cancel plans from parking lot. I ain't do that with people because I barely hung out with too many people. But I'm gonna do something where I know y'all don't. I don't pull it up to work and left. Pulled up to work and just left because I ain't want to be there. My mind clocked out. So when that happened, that's it. And see, that's my problem. Like my mind takes stuff too far, too literally sometimes. I don't know why. Wish I could tell you. Wish I had the answer to tell you. But I really don't know why. I just do. I saw one of my favorite comedians. It was hold on. It was either DC or it was DC Young Fly or Carlos Miller. And he said people would walk up to him asking for gas money. And he asks, okay, what pump? What you call it? And I thought, that's smart. That's me doing stuff I seen on the internet. And I put it in my memory. Didn't think I ever use it. Cause I'm like, shh, that'll never happen to me. I don't be outside like that. What the young folks say, but I ain't outside. So one day, me and my wife go to Chick-fil-A. I'm getting out the car to pick up our food. This dude walks up to me. He like, hey man, can you help me out? My car broke down the road. I need some gas. So boom, my mind is churning like I've been preparing for this because I just seen what he said he did. So let me try to see what he did gonna work for me. My brain was on fire. I'm like, it's time, but let's do it. And and I finally get to use what I learned. So I said, yeah, hey, come on. um, where you car at? He's like, oh, it's down the road. It's down the road by the hotel. Now, mind you, where we at? It's a hotel across the street. I was like, okay, cool, let's go. What kind of car it is? This is where it get interesting. For one, he said his car broke down the road by the hotel. It's hotels all on that street, so he ain't be specific. I said, what kind of car? This man looked me in my face. Look, the same way I'm looking at you. This man looked me in my face and said, man, I don't know, and walked off. Bruh. I'm like, I know I ain't tripping. I'm like, the man said his car broke down. I'm thinking, you asked me. You asked me. I didn't come to you. You asked me for some help. My wife in the car, she looked at me and she like, I don't think you need help. Well, yeah. If he would have just look, I say this all the time. Anybody you homeless or something like that, so I don't care what y'all say. Homeless people got phones. I'm not being funny. They do. 'Cause if you ever look at them, every last one of them got a phone. So they got a phone. So if y'all see this, just know that's how my brain works. For one, let me say this: if there's a problem, I'm trying to solve it. I don't realize it's a scam until the scammer get frustrated with me for trying to be honest, and somehow I end up being the one that's wrong or the weird one. It's so crazy how that happens on a regular basis. I hate it. I end up being because people trying to get over on me because I'm always, trying to have a giving heart, like the Lord said. But I always been like this. I mean, this ain't something that just started when I got older. I've been accidentally confusing people my whole life. Not that I'm trying to keep on purpose. And I'm gonna tell you another. I'm gonna tell you. The reason I say that is because in basic training, that really got tested. I've been confusing people for a long time, and it happened in basic training too. So basic training, for those who know, I went around that 2012, 2011 time in Fort Jackson. I don't know why I thought I was just gonna go in there, blend in, because I really thought I was finna go down there, do my push-ups, run, graduate, get my job, and handle my business, go home. Cool. That ain't what happened. That ain't what happened. I'm good. Like normally, I'm good at keeping a low profile. I'm good as big as I am, because I'm up 6'2". Big as I am, I'm good at keeping them low profile. But I'm gonna tell you something. I've always had this little rebellious spirit. Not rebellious like forget the rules, more like, but why we gotta do it that way? That type of stuff. And my mama will tell you, I've always been that way. I've always questioned things. I've always questioned things. I've been asking why since I can remember. And the army, they don't like why. They like because I said so. Just so you know. So I'd be thinking, yeah, but I'm just asking. That always got me in trouble. So I'm on. So let me tell you this. So we were getting ready for the gas chamber. And if you've ever, or if you've never been through it, imagine volunteering to get maced by the government because it's just maze. You probably like have abtate your snot out, like all your pores, like all this open up, and everybody acting like it's normal. That I don't okay, but anyway, I'm sitting in the bleachers. I'm minding my business. Out of everybody there, one drill sergeant notices me. Like I say, I'm good at just blending in, just doing the bare minimum, just getting by, just so you don't take a liking to me enough to pay attention to the fact that I don't like to do stuff. So he looked at his battle buddy. If you know that, everybody got a battle buddy. So he calls his over. They both standing there, and they point at me, and they laugh. I see it. My peripheral off the chain. I see it. I'm looking, and I do what black people do when somebody pointing. I said, they ain't talking about me. They can't be 40 other people. They ain't talking about me. So I just kept looking straight ahead, doing what I was told. Just sit there and wait. Sit there and wait and listen. Wait for instructions. Then I hear, hey, bro, get over here. I already knew. I already knew it was me. And I knew I wasn't getting promoted because, yeah, I knew that wasn't happening because I had already been messing up. And I walk over. I'm nervous, like always. I'm scared. And I say, yes, drill sergeant. He looked at me, dead in my face. Kid you not. He looked at me. He said, where you get that from? I said, get what, drill sergeant? He said, that crispy lineup. Look like you been to nappy cuts. Just so I can let so I'm confused at this point. So the night before we was shaving, got to be shaved up. I shaved at night, so I ain't had to do it in the morning. So I like, you know what? Had my little buzz cut. I I tapered it up with my razor. But then at that moment, I'm trying to figure out, was that an insult or was he saying my skills was like? So I'm processing it, and it's the wrong time to be processing something like this at this moment. And before I can figure out, my actual drill sergeant walks over. It was a lady, and she looks at me, and she started laughing. And she used to always be on me, because she reminded me of my mama so much. That's why it did not drill, but that's why it didn't seem bad. I'm like, dang, man. Now I'm like, at this point, she here, like, I'm just everybody in on her. Next thing I know, I'm doing push-ups. Like everybody having a good laugh. They say, hey, boy, you learned it all great, boy. I don't know what you thought you were doing. Like, I kid you not, I really did that. And I'm doing push-ups. I went to the gas chamber, snotting, sneezing, coughing, can't breathe, can't see. And I had to do some more push-ups. They made sure I paid for looking fresh, man. But here's the problem, though. There's another problem. When I get nervous, I smile. I don't know why. I don't be happy. My face just betrayed me, man. That was like it. It just betrayed me every time. Yeah, I hate it. So I'm over there getting smoked, coughing. Brandon, like I said, all this nose running, snotting, just everywhere. Everybody going through this. My whole little group going through this, and I'm smiling. And the drill sergeant screaming, "Why you smiling, brother?" I said, "I'm not." And you can't tell them that you ain't doing something when they say you doing something, because then that means they lying. I said, I'm not. My face just don't know what's going on. I promise. I promise. My face got free will, boy. My face got free will. I couldn't help it. Boy, I got in so much trouble. I got real strong. When I got there, I couldn't do no more than like 20, 25 push-ups. And after I left, I was up to 40. But that's how I got my nickname. Getting smoked that day and just kept smiling. Cause from that day on, after my drill sergeant said, why you smiling? I said, I'm not. This just what my face do. And so you just ain't gonna get right. Now, honestly, that was my nickname. They wasn't completely wrong. Like I be trying. I just always find a different way to do stuff, which is even more crazy. Cause I wanted, while I was there, I still wanted to be kind of, laid back in the back, chilling. But I wanted a cool nickname. Like Shaq is cool. But I wanted to be big country. Like I said, I'm 6'2". I wasn't skinny, but there was already this linebacker built dude there from Alabama named Kentrell. I looked at him and I looked at me and I said, yeah, that's your nickname. You got it. I wasn't finna fighting for it. That was my boy though. Me and that boy used to get in trouble a lot because he used to go and sneak and get food out the kitchen. Cause one of the little ladies up there liked him, so she used to sneak food to him, and I'm like, bro, give me some. But that's my brain. That's me. My brain been trying to solve puzzles since I was little, man. I'm talking about everything. Like I say, I used to take everything literally. Everything. They'll tell us in church. I remember sitting in them pews. They say, God made everybody. Let me say it again. God made everybody. And little Shaq. I'm sitting there doing math. I'm thinking, okay, God made everybody in his image. That's me. I'm sitting in church thinking this. I remember that day. God made everybody in his image. And 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 so me thinking, I'm like, okay, so we put pretty people together and all the ugly people together. then eventually we gonna see God. And don't judge me, please. Don't judge me. I really thought that you could put pretty people and ugly people together and you could see God. I was a kid. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just thought, like, okay, well, it might be a group of people that might have the right color of eyes, the group of people that might have the right smile, teeth, all that. And then if we mash them all together, we get God. Am I too crazy to think that? So I was trying to put people and God together like a build a better thing. But that's my brain. That's how my brain works. Everybody else heard of sentence. I wrote a whole documentary on how it worked, how you break it down, where you get the people from, where we're gonna put all the people so we can make this big old collage of God. But speaking of documentaries, my life is full of crazy stuff from childhood all the way to adulthood. Like I almost drowned one time, more than one time, but I'm gonna tell you the one that stuck with me. Okay, so my uncle took me and my cousin Dante to the beach. And I want y'all to remember this. Now he my uncle. He my uncle. Dante my cousin. They like that's not his uncle. Dante my cousin by my great aunt. But I remember it because this was my first summer being skinny. And I'm finally feeling good, walk around with my chest out. I had to be no much than like 11, maybe 12. Like I was somebody. Well, we go to the beach. My uncle disappeared. To this day, I don't know where that man went. So now I'm just here. It's just me and Dante. Now remember, I'm gonna put a fun fact out there for you just so y'all can. Dante can't swim. Neither could I. But that'll matter in a second, okay? So I'm walking into the water, right? Further, further, little bit further. Next thing I know, it's like I'm still on the beach, but where I was, it's like the ground it's like a hole just appeared. It wasn't a deep hole, like I could feel the bottom of it, but it's only when I went down in the water. So I hit that hole. I'm trying to stand up. Like I'm like making the hole deeper because I'm trying to jump back up, catch and come back down. Jump back up, and come back down. I'm swallowing water. I'm looking around, and I'm gonna say something. And please do not think I'm prejudiced or anything like this. But the one time where white people didn't need to mind their business, that was then. It was families all around me, and I'm doing this. I'm jumping up, looking help. I'm saying that ain't nobody moving, and I'm thinking, is this not an emergency? Right? So somehow I managed to get out of it. I make it back to the shore, to the beach. Let me just say it for the people that don't know. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm coughing. I'm trying to breathe. My cousin Dante walk over to me. He ain't run. He walked over to me. The man said, and I knew he was watching me the whole time. He said, "Cuz, don't go out there too far. You know you can't swim. No, I can't swim." He come over to me. He looked me in my. Everybody look me in my face when it's something like this. He looked me in my face and he said, "You ain't drowned, did you?" What? I ain't drowned. What part of this looks successful? I ain't swim either. You saw me disappear 6 times. You ain't think to yell. You ain't think to go get my uncle. You ain't think to go do anything. You just. I love that boy. That one of my. That was one of my favorite cousins because he used to take up for me when I was little. But I remember Dante can't swim. So honestly, if he jumped in, it probably would have been two cousins on the news. And my uncle, wherever he was, probably just would have been looking for both of us. But anyway, I survived, apparently. I'm here. What is it? I was left 12. 20 years later, I'm still here. Okay? So yeah, I've been confusing people since birth. And the crazy part is, I thought I was the normal one. This whole time, this my TV show. I'm the main character. I'm not an NPC. This me. I thought I was the normal. Boy, I tell you. Man, but you know what? You know what nobody tell you? That adulting is ghetto. And I thought when I became an adult, I was finally gonna have freedom. Nope, not at all. I got bills, passwords that sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I spent half my life proving I'm me. I forgot one password. They asked me so many security questions. I almost convinced myself I ain't the one who I ain't make this. I don't know these questions. That's how. And see, my mental health issues right there. But and my brain don't help. Like I'll be paying one bill, then my mind go, you know what? For this business, uh, next thing, okay, I need to buy a website name, start a logo. I watched 12 YouTube videos on how to do this, and that started off from me paying the bills, and I just create a necessity out of mine. Like I got the money to pay the bills, and I pay them, but I just create the necessity, and I forget sometimes to pay what I'm doing. Like I got more ideas than finished projects, man. I start something so excited. I'll be geeked about it. Then another idea show up and my brain be like, ooh, that one nice too. Like why we can't do them both? Then I got another one. And then I'm on that. So same thing. I did the same thing with school. Like I'm in school now. Like this is my fourth time starting school, but I'm and I'm in school now, but I ain't quit though. You feel me? I'm just academically sightseeing. All right. My professors probably think I'm disciplined. They don't know Sunday is my whole semester. Like they ain't people when I do. When Sunday hit, I do my whole week's worth of assignments in one day every week. Sunday the deadline. And every Saturday night, I promise myself next week I'm gonna start Monday. I don't do it. Procrastinate. Procrastinate. I've been telling myself that for years. But I never gave up. Like I just tried again. But that's the difference. My brain quits. My body kept showing up. Like my brain check out, but my body kept, hey, we pushing. We got to do this. It's a greater upside at the end of all this, you know? And that's actually why I started the podcast. Like I needed somewhere to get all these thoughts to go. Because if I don't create, my brain, see that? My brain just recycles the same conversation all day. So I talk, I create, I build, man. I start businesses. I got like two of them. I done rebranded 5 times. My wife probably wake up every other Tuesday like, what company we on now? Just that type of stuff, man. That's what. And I hate that my mind like that because nobody gets it. But I say this, there was a time when none of this was funny. That's the part that get me every time. It was a time when none of this was funny at all. And it got my mind, everything that worried me and bothered me got loud. Um, Everything else got quiet. I had one of my first real mental breakdowns when I was 22. I remember sitting in the parking lot at my unit. I was crying, crying. I ain't talking about just a tear. I'm talking about boo-hooing, crying, crying. The same way I walked out of that gas chamber, the same way I was in that car. Snot, drool, everything. Boy, I was boo-hooing. My face looked like somebody took a wet rag and just wrung it over my face the way it was just pouring with water, man. Tears. It was tough. It was hard. It was hard. I felt like I was dealing with that alone. I tried to cry like a man. I really did. I don't know. I never seen a man cry, so I don't know. I I failed. I cried like a toddler, man. I rubbed my eyes like a little kid do. Like I lips started shaking. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing, but that's me. That's what it was. And I love to tell y'all, I look cool, but I didn't. I looked like life had finally won. I was drinking a lot daily. You can smell it daily. For PT during lunch, I was on the bottle. Thought I could work through the pain, man, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Much as I stayed busy, I couldn't. You know who I called? I called my mama and my daddy. I know some of y'all like, I thought you were about to say you called God. No, I had an attitude with God at that time, man. I had a real bad attitude. Like I was mad. I'm like, God, you know everything. You already know what's wrong. So I called my parents. I told them what I was dealing with. I told them about the traumatic experience that I never told them about. I was mad though. I was mad at God. And sometimes, you just need somebody to just answer the phone. Like that's what it was at that moment. I just needed to hear a familiar voice. I just needed to be. That's it. I didn't need a familiar voice, but I survived that day, man. I didn't think I would, but I did. That's why I can laugh about it now. I mean, I survived. I'm here. I boohoo. I mean, that ain't my first mental breakdown. I don't know if that's going. I'm praying that's my last. I'm working with God that I would not have another mental breakdown, but that was. But I changed a lot, man. I've been reading the Bible. I've been praying daily. And what's funny is I don't pray like I used to, man. I used to be all formal. I used to be like, "Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you as humbly as I know how," because I've heard other people say that. Now I'm like, "Hey God, I hear you, but boy, hey God." When I'm in church, I'm like, "Hey, I hear you, but hey, you hitting hard with this one. You hitting hard with this lesson, God. Hey." And somehow he still listened. I stopped trying to be like everybody else and just stayed myself. Like I just had to be true to myself. He still listened. It's not being disrespectful. That's just how I communicate with my God, with God. That's it. He answers. I've watched things happen that I prayed for years ago. I watched things happen. And that's beautiful. Even when my faith was running on E, he kept showing up. He kept showing up. He still saw me when I couldn't see me. When I couldn't see him, he still saw me. When I stopped believing in myself, he never did. He never did. Never. Never gave up on me. Never will give up on me. He'll leave the 99 to come get one. You can't get another God. So that's my mind. My mind still won't shut up. It starts conversations nobody invited it to. It still reminds me of every embarrassing thing from 10 years ago. I still overthink texts. It still starts businesses before finishing the last one. I still watch Toy Story and somehow end up thinking, how can I be famous? I should have been famous right now. That's me. That's me. That's how my mind think. It never stops. It never stops. My wife still catch me staring into space. She'll ask, "Hey, where you go?" I be sitting right beside her. But in my head, I done did 6 different things. I done visited 6 different timelines. But here's what I learned. My mind ain't my enemy. It's just loud. And for years, I thought the goal was to make it be quiet. It wasn't. The goal was learning which voice to follow. My mind talks, my fear talks, my past talks, but my faith reminds me who I am. So if you here tonight, whenever you catching this, whenever you watching this, and your mind won't shut up, I hope you leave here knowing you ain't crazy because your mind is loud. You just got to decide who driving. And if my mind ever did shut up, I would have never had these stories. I would have never started a podcast. I would have never sat on this well, this screen. And I would have never met y'all, talked to y'all, or even did anything like this if I didn't if I would have quieted my mind. So maybe it don't need to shut up. Maybe it just need a better direction. But that's it. Thank y'all for coming. I'm Shaq. God bless y'all.